Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and today we're going to take a look at some Tarmac Works, well, a Tarmac Works, and an INNO64, and we're going to check them out. So once upon an April Fool's Day, there were shots fired from Tarmac Works. That was pretty funny on Instagram, Tarmac versus INNO64. So I finally got my first INNO64, which is this one right here. Both of these cars were from Surplus Goodies, which you can purchase from them on eBay or Facebook or Instagram. But anyways, we got two Toyotas. I know they're not the same car, so maybe this isn't quite a fair representation of each brand, but I think it should be good enough where we can compare the two. So we got both relatively newcomers to the scene. INNO64 is probably a newer one, and then Tarmac Works, it's been around for a little while now. Both of them are pretty cool brands. We are going to go ahead and open up these two pieces. These are both very new from each brand as of right now. We're going to take a look at the two, and we are going to kind of compare and contrast the two brands while looking at these two very cool cars. So price point wise, I think they're about the same. So, and they're not super cheap, but you can go check them out. Tarmac Works, you can order right from them. INNO64, I'm not sure if you can get them right from them, but I would go through a hobby dealer here in the U.S. anyway that gets these cars. It's easier to get them shipped domestically if you're in the U.S. All right, so if you're not in the U.S., then definitely maybe you want to go right through Tarmac Works. So they both have a cellophane outer bit here. I'm going to try to get this out. I could have unpackaged these previous, but the packaging is definitely part of the experience. Let's go ahead and open up both. So it is a cellophane where it's taped both the same on the bottom and on the side. So from that stance, it's almost like they're the same company here. So they're both screwed to the base. They both got an acrylic case. They both have the same sort of similar cardboard outer piece. So we'll go ahead and remove this. Intertech Class Winner 1985. This is the Toyota Corolla AE86 11 number 25 Advan Intertech Class Winner 1985. Very, very cool. I love the look of the case. The look of the case looks really nice. You got this nice acrylic, and then you got this beautiful looking base that's kind of like a frosted plastic. So that is cool. And then let's take a look at this Toyota Supra in Falcon livery. Hobby 64, Tarmac Works. Tarmac Works is kind of interesting because they do have different tiers in their brand as far as quality goes. So that does make them a little bit different from the Inno brand, but this is probably the two most comparable, I would say, types. The other cool thing about the Tarmac Works is it does come with a limited edition. These are numbered, so this is number 1337. I don't know, it doesn't say on here what these are limited to, but each one of these Tarmac Works that are in these acrylic cases do come with this type of card. Most popular from Tarmac Works right now is probably the RWB Porsches, but we're going to take a look at this Supra. Alright, so the case, this looks pretty cool. It is kind of like a tarmac surface that looks like it's got tire marks on it, kind of. It is screwed to the base with one screw. This one here, again, acrylic case. The acrylic case on the Inno does seem to be a bit, not that it matters, it's a bit thicker. The corners are more rounded than they are sharper on these. They both have rounded corners, which is kind of nice, but there is a bit of a difference in tops. Let's see if we can yeah, they don't quite fit on each other. All right, so Inno, Tarmac, there's your packaging. Somewhat similar. There's the one screw. I don't know if either of these claim to be 1/64 scale, but I'm guessing they are. So we're going to go ahead and unscrew both cars really quick. Just being careful. Both of these do have some delicate parts on them. So this one has the one screw that's sitting in this little base insert thing. I'm going to go ahead and take that and move that aside. We will pull the car aside. Then we will be very careful and remove the Inno INNO64. So this is the first INNO64 I've had in my collection. I do have a few Tarmac Works. Again, very similar situation, screw in the base, and then this little insert, which I'm assuming is so they can tool one type of base, and then the insert can be different for different toolings of cars. Okay, so let's take a look at the Inno first. We'll zoom in on it here. Definitely cool looking. Very cool looking, in fact. One thing you will notice about Inno is it is a static display. The wheels do not roll. Not at all, not one bit. They are locked in place. And I am fairly certain that that is pretty much how all of the INNO164 scale cars are. It is metal on plastic. We do get a little bit of base detail. It does appear to be screwed together. There are a lot of little tiny details in this casting that aren't maybe not immediately obvious, but are definitely there. You've got the little like tow hook thingies right there. See that one? See that one right there? You do have lens detail up front for headlights. You do have lens detail in the back for taillights. And you've got the little tiny tow hook thingies. Oops. I barely touched that and it just fell off, by the way. Which I could probably super glue that back on. That's okay. We're going to try not to lose that. But we did have a part fall off. So I don't know if that's minus a point for that. I probably should not have touched it at all. But it was bent up a little bit, and that's why I did what I did. But, so there it is. This one does have side mirrors that are kind of chromed. Again, there's a look at the base. I'm trying to be super careful with this now, especially since that happened. It did leave a little mark where it came off from. So it is just like glued on. So it's kind of cool. I don't like that it doesn't roll. I don't know why I don't like that it doesn't roll, because obviously I'm not sitting here and playing with my cars, aside from showing them to you on film. And then beyond that, they do go in a display case, never to really be, touched again, except for to take pictures. But, oh, and by the way, it does have a very detailed interior too. You're probably not going to get too much of a look at it, but, and I'm trying to be careful with it again. You get the defoggers in the back. It does have quite a bit of detail, but it does not roll at all, and it's not meant to roll, as far as I know. Oh, maybe if you push it a little bit, I don't know. It doesn't roll, so there's that. Here is the Supra. So right off the bat, the Supra rolls. Pretty cool. Pretty cool that it rolls. It does have lens detail up front. It has what appear to be an inserted taillight that is, well, the taillights are interesting on the Supra, so it's kind of hard to tell. They look pretty good, but they don't look super fantastic. This one does have some delicate parts. It does have the spoiler here on the back. It does have these side mirrors, which do feel a little delicate. The side mirrors do have like these little mirror inserts in them. So that is a pretty cool touch there. The Tarmac Works does roll. It is metal body, plastic base, just like the Inno. It's also got brakes in the wheels that you might not be able to really see, but which appear to be static in there. That's what that little insert is in there, that little silver that you see. All in all, it is a very detailed car. It is quite delicate as well. It does feel delicate anyway. But it does roll, and that is pretty cool. So I don't know, I just wanted to do a quick sort of short video here on the two brands, kind of comparing them together. Now, the INNO64, it's definitely fantastically detailed. There's a couple of little principal things about it that I don't care for, and one of those is the fact that it doesn't roll. The other fact is that it really has tiny, tiny, tiny delicate parts, which means I kind of feel nervous about having it anywhere besides screwed to the display case that it came in. I don't know why I feel that way, because I really just display the cars, and like I said, I don't move them around, but for something, it just seems way too fragile to me, especially those little tow hooks in the front. Now the front ones are actually kind of protected a little bit. The rear ones obviously were not. Well, I shouldn't have touched them, obviously, but it actually just looks good with the one there. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get that other one attached. I probably will have to try it now, but it just doesn't roll. I don't know what I feel about it. Now, in the defense of Tarmac Works doesn't always roll either. There's definitely some Tarmac Works castings that are static displays that do not roll. I am happy though that this Supra does. There are definitely ones that do not roll very good. There's ones that don't roll at all. This one, I think we just kind of got lucky probably, and it rolls actually really, really good. And I don't know why that's something that's important to me, but it is. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments down below. What do you think of these two castings? For one, like, these are fairly new players to the premium diecast game. They're definitely not as cool as Tomica Limited Vintage. There's something along the lines of a Kyosho, but they are fairly more detailed than Kyoshos typically are, because they have very detailed interiors, and Kyosho typically doesn't really have a terrible amount of detail in the interior of the vehicle. But I just wanted to show you these guys side by side so you could let me know what you think. So please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you guys very much for watching. Honestly, if I were to pick a favorite, I'm kind of on Tarmac's side here, at least currently with this current release. But I had to get this A86 Toyota because I just thought it was a really cool casting. And but like I said, it looks really nice, but super delicate, and it's a static display. So let me know what you guys think. Principally, does that bug you at all, like it kind of does me, or does it not bug you at all? And that's just kind of what you do. You buy diecast. If you kept these things in the package just to kind of look at them, it really wouldn't make a difference, right? So, but since I have them loose, I take pictures of them and all that stuff, it still probably shouldn't make a difference if they roll or not, but I don't know why. It just kind of has some sort of effect on me. It's like, are you buying a die-cast car or are you buying a model? Like, where does that kind of line get crossed? So yeah, anyway, I'm rambling on a little bit here, but let me know what you think. These both are pretty cool though. So thanks very much. Have a good day.